Wonderful, wonderful. It's a great day, and today I'm here to enjoy mathematics with you. Remember, the secret to be good in mathematics is to enjoy. So if you're not enjoying mathematics, then you're missing out. Begin to enjoy mathematics, love it, and I'm telling you, it will respond to you handsomely and beautifully. It will be easy for you at all times. So if you don't enjoy it, if you are always complaining, mathematics is difficult, maths is difficult, maths is difficult, it will never be easy, my friends. So start from now on to say maths is very easy, mathematics is very easy. Hence today we are going to do, as I promised yesterday in grade 9 video under Pythagoras theorem, today we are going to do ECZ examination questions. Complex, how you see how funny things questions are asked in an examination paper. They are asked in different. Yesterday we looked at a very simple triangles, but today they are complex, funny shapes, but the working is one and the same. The formula, the concept is one and the same. So let's begin with today's lessons. Okay, ECZ examination question. ECZ, by the way, this is a Zambian curriculum syllabus that we are working with, the grade 9. Of course, it cannot benefit, it will benefit you in any other, let's say you are doing a different syllabus, as long as you are doing Pythagoras theorems, questions like this, it will work out for you. But specifically, this is the ECZ exam questions. Past papers, we are going to do 2022, 2004, and 2020. Also, we have 2009, 2001 to 2019. Now, the 2019 paper here, it is of course, I haven't written it down, but yeah, I would ask you to check out this because it will also be of interest. 2001 and 2019, these questions, they are the same. 2022, 2004, this is 2004 internal, but 2004 GCE, it was of 2022 like this one. Very funny questions. They just repeat the shapes. So please enjoy the show. Question number 1. In the following diagram, AB is equal to 5 cm, CE 9 cm, and AE is equal to 3 cm. This is the diagram given. Now, what kind of a diagram is this one? Look at it closely. This is, we have a rectangle and we have a triangle. Joined together, we have what we call trapezium. Okay, that is a trapezium. Now, by the definition of a rectangle, we know that it has two equal sides. This side, AE, is equal to BD. This length is equal to AE. And AB is equal to DE. That is a trapezium. That is the rule of a trapezium. Or I mean of a rectangle, not a trapezium, of a rectangle, of course. So now once we know that knowledge, therefore now we can come and answer the question, find the length BC. So they want us to find the length BC. You see there? BC there. Okay. Now, and the funny part is that we know the triangle, but they haven't given us any number of a triangle. So if you don't know the theory that lies between the square, the rectangle, therefore now it means that you are going to find this difficult. But I'll make it easy for you today. Question 2. The rectangle is 8 cm long and its diagonal is 10 cm. Calculate the breadth BC of the what? Of a rectangle. So this is a rectangle. Remember I told you that this length and this length is equal. This length and this length is equal of a rectangle, which is same as this one. Now, they are telling me that the diagonal is 10 cm and the length is 10 cm. The diagonal is 10 cm. The length is 8 cm. What about the breadth? This should be smaller than this one. General knowledge. This distance is not equal to this one. So this distance is equal to this distance. We shall see how we shall work it out. The diagram below shows an isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle as well as two equal sides. XYZ, in which YZ is equal to 24 cm, YZ, the whole of this distance is equal to 24 cm. XM, which is this one, is equal to 5 cm, and XMZ is equal to 90 degrees, meaning this one is 90 degrees. M is the midpoint of XY, meaning M is the midpoint of XY. M is the midpoint of midpoint of XZ, I mean XZ. So the question is, Find the length of xy. Find the length of xy. Okay, good. Now let's begin with question number 1. We started from here. Question number 1. Let me write solutions. Question number 1. Solutions. We start with question number 1. So the only advice I can give you is pause the video, copy these questions in your notebook so that you can enjoy anywhere, anytime. When you're watching your cartoons, when you're enjoying your Christmas, don't forget mathematics is every day. So when you enjoy your Christmas, remember to solve, before you go and celebrate, solve 2-3 questions of this kind and go and enjoy, and enjoy, and enjoy. Okay, let's begin now. Question number 1. We are finding the distance BC. So BC is the distance we are finding here, which is of course of this shape. I'm not going to draw the shape because of space, so I will use this same space. So BC, it is the distance they want us to find. But keep in mind that we have been told that this is a trapezium. We have not been told, but we know it's a trapezium. A trapezium is connected to a rectangle. A rectangle has got 2 equal sides. This side is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this side. That's how a rectangle is. So if this is 3 centimeters, automatically this will be 3 centimeters. Now if this is 5 centimeters, then this is also 5 centimeters. But keep in mind that they told me that EC is 9 centimeters. So I need to know what DC is. Okay, I need to know what DC is. Now what is my DC? When from 9 I subtract 5, what am I going to have? DC will be 4 centimeters. Because when I add 4 plus 5, I'll get the whole distance, which is 9 centimeters. Now that I've found the triangle there, I can simply answer the question by simply identifying what length is BC. What length is BC, if you do remember. Remember we said that the hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. Okay, so automatically this becomes the hypotenuse. So I need to add the squares of these two sides. So I'm going to say now, BC squared is equal to, okay, I will start with DC squared plus BD squared. That is the formula, Pythagorean theorem, Pythagoras theorem. That is the formula I've come up with. So now I just have to replace now. I'm going to say, okay, BC, okay, I can say BC. What is my DC? What is my DC? DC is 4 centimeters, 4 squared, plus BD is 3 squared. Therefore, I have 16 plus 9. Now, remember, keep in mind that we have BC. So, you can just immediately just say BC and introduce the square root here. Okay, introduce the square root. Introduce the square root just here. Or if you don't want to put the square root here, you can just write it in that manner and remove the square root there and put the square root here on top. So everything will be with the square root. So now work it out like that. 16 plus 9, what is 16 plus 9? Square root first, that is 25. Therefore, what is my answer? Square root of 25? 5 centimeters. Hence, my BC is equal to 5 centimeters. That is my BC. Okay, I found my BC, which is 5 centimeters. Yes, this is 2 marks. This was a 2022 paper. Check it out in your ECZ app. You are going to find that this is a 2022 paper. Yes, BC is 5 centimeters. This makes sense because the BC is the longest distance, if you can check. So it's supposed to be with the longest, with the biggest value. Now this is 5, this is 4, this is 3. So 3 and 4, they are smaller than 5. Hence, this is perfecto. Now let's go on and answer question number 2. So we are going to raise question number 1 and the rest of the things so that we can work question number 2 there. Hopefully you have coped this question. We know we are doing Pythagoras theorem. Now let us erase everything and do the needful. I'm enjoying this. Hopefully you are also enjoying. Hopefully you are also enjoying. Let's begin. Question number 2 now. Let us do question number 2, which is this one. We are going to work it out here. Question number 2, let's write here question number 2. What are they asking us? We use the same diagram here to answer the question. A rectangle is 8 centimeters long and its diagonal is 10 centimeters. Calculate the breadth BC of the rectangle. BC of the rectangle. Now, keep in mind that from the first example, I showed you that a rectangle has got 2 equal sides. So this side which is here, it is automatically equal to this one. And this side is equal to this side. That is how a rectangle is divided. Now when you look at this shape, this rectangle, it has got how many triangles are here? We have 1 and 2. We have 2 triangles. But the triangle, the ADC triangle, they are not asking us any question. They are asking us to find BC, which is of ABC triangle. So it's more like this triangle, we are going to forget about this triangle and concentrate on which triangle? The one on top there. The one on top. I have 8, 10, and D. I don't know my BC. So you need to be able to identify this is a right angled triangle. So where is the angle 90 degrees going to be? Is it going to be here? Can I say this is my 90 degree? I put the 90 degree shape here. Can I say this will be like this? Can this be true? Because this line and this line, they are not perpendicular. So this cannot be true. Yes, this will be a lie. And also this one, look at this one. Can this be a 90 degrees as well? No, it can't, because this line and this line, they are not perpendicular. Remember, perpendicular, we mean the line should cut like this. If they are like this, then it means that this angle is equal to 90 degrees. So look at this line, AB and BC. When we extend this line there and this line there, we have what we call a 90 degrees shape. This is a 90 degrees shape. There, we put it there. Have you seen that? Because these two lines are perpendicular. They are cutting each other at 90 degrees angle. So automatically I know that this longest distance, this side is called my what? What is it called? Sorry for that sound. I enjoy maths. If you enjoy, my friends, you are going to love it. It's called the hypotenuse. Okay? This is the hypotenuse. So let's work it out now that we have identified this. So we need to look, we are looking for what we call the adjacent. This is the adjacent we are looking for. Okay? We are looking for adjacent. Let's abbreviate it just like that. Adjacent. So the formula in this scenario, it will be BC. Let's start with BC. Or we can write hypotenuse comes first. AC is equal to, introduce the square root. Okay, introduce the square root and put the rest of the things inside. We are going to say AB squared plus BC squared. This is another concept you can use. Remember, you can use this one or you can use this one because AC, I'm not going to put, okay, AC, in this scenario, I will not put a square root, okay, because I've already introduced this square root. But am I finding AC? No, I'm not finding AC. Okay, I'm not finding AC. Am I finding AC? No, I'm finding BC. Good. I'm finding BC. So let us, before we introduce the square root, I want us to see the way we can write these formulas first. Let us do it like this. I want to show you how we can write these formulas. We have AC squared is equal to, say, AB squared plus BC squared. Okay, now if I want to formulate another formula, let's say I want to find AB. I can easily do it like this. AB squared is equal to AC squared minus BC squared. That's what I wanted to show you. Then I also have, if I want to find BC, I can say BC squared is equal to AC squared minus AB squared. So these are the formulas that can formulate in a right angle triangle. You can formulate them, they will be like this. So I know if I want to find the adjacents, I need to subtract the hypotenuse from another adjacent. And when I want to find the hypotenuse, I need to add the two adjacent squares. That is our one way we can answer. So now, when you look at this question, what kind of formula here are we going to use? We want to find BC. Where is my BC? BC is here. So we are going to use this formula there. So for me to use this formula, I'm going now to say BC is equal to, okay, BC is equal to, you introduce now the square root. You get rid of this square root. You are going to say AC, what is my AC? AC is equal to 10. We said 10 squared minus BC. What is my AB? AB is equal to 8 squared. Therefore, now I have square root. 10 times 10 is 100 minus 8 times 8 which is 64. So we are going to say what is the 100 minus 64? 100 minus 64. 100 minus 64. That should give us 6, which is also 36. Okay, so it is 36. So the square root of 36. So what is my final answer therefore, dear ones? BC is equal to, what is the square root of 36? That is 6 centimeters. And we are done. So look at this one. 6 centimeters. Now, is this working correct? The longest distance is 10 centimeters. The second longest is 8 centimeters. The shortest, smallest one, the breadth is what? 6 centimeters. Hence, this is common sense true. Hopefully, I've made this one clear and straightforward. Now, let us see how we can answer the last question, question 3. Question 3. So, I'll rest here. So, we answer question 3. So, question 2 we have answered there. Now, let us see how we can answer question 3. Question 3. Remember, you have to enjoy. If you don't enjoy solving maths, then you are going to find it difficult. Question 3 is here. I'm not going to copy the diagram. I'm just going to show the solutions here. But let's use this diagram here. Okay? So they're saying that the diagram below shows an isosceles triangle XYZ in which YZ is 24. This is 24 centimeter. This is Y and this is Z, which is 24 centimeter. And XM is 5 centimeter. And XMZ is 90 degrees. XMZ, this one is 90 degrees. Okay? Now, look at this one. If this is 90 degrees, what about this angle which is here? Is what? It's also 90 degrees. It's also 90 degrees because this line and this line, they are perpendicular to each other. Okay, now let's move on. And M is the midpoint of M is the midpoint. The question is, find the length of XY. So we need to find XY. So if this is 90 degrees, what length are they asking us to find? What length is this one? This is called the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse. XZ. So we can simply come now and write the formula here and simply say XY is equal to square root. Because here I know the formula automatically that I need to add the two adjacent to get the hypotenuse. So I'm just going to say XY, then square root of two adjacents, which is, what are the two adjacents here? I'm going to add MY and, okay, let's start with XM squared plus MY squared. Okay, I can write it like this because I want to find the hypotenuse. So this one is straightforward. So I'm going to continue now. Let me identify what XM is. XM is 5. So I'm going to say this is 5 square root first. It will be 5 squared plus, what is MY? Now look at this. MY is the distance between from here to there. Now look at this. These are isosceles triangles. From here, this is an isosceles triangle which has two 90 degrees angles. Now, distance from M to Z, Y to Z is 24. What about M to Z? So if I add this distance plus this distance, I should get 24. So what is this distance? I'm going to divide 24 by 2 to get this one, which is 12. And this one is also 12. So that 12 plus 12, I get 24. Okay. So MY is going to be 12 squared. We have figured it out. So now we are going to continue. What is 5? 5 times 5? 5 times 5 is 25. plus 12 times 12, 2 times 2, 4, 144. 144. Okay, then now we move on to the next part. We simplify this. 25 plus 144, okay, we say 144 plus 25. This plus this, we have 9. This plus this, 4, 6, and 169. Okay, we have 169 equal to. Now, what is the square root of 169? Now, 169 is a perfect square. Okay, it's a perfect square. What are the two numbers when I multiply by themselves? I get 169. 13. 13 times 13, I get 169. So we have 13 as our final answer, 13 centimeter. So my xy, which is the hypotenuse, is equal to 13 centimeter. And we are done. So this is how you answer question number 3, my dear ones. Using the Pythagoras theorem, you get to find your answer 13 centimeter. If you find this, the method I've used here complicated, just use this one and you are going to get your answer correct. Or you can put it in this manner. Okay, we have A, C, A, B, A, do it like that and you get your answer correct. It's one and the same. I'm just trying to make it easy for you. Hopefully I've made this lesson video easy and understandable for you. And now I can only advise you to practice more and do more of these questions. Copy them in your book, so that in your notebook, so you can do it anytime, anywhere, and enjoy mathematics. Remember, if by now you have not shared this channel with anyone of your friends, please don't be too selfish. We're about to enter Christmas. Try to share the best with your friends. Give gifts to your friend. This can be a gift to somebody. Share the video, share the link with them so that they can get to enjoy the lessons as well. God bless you and see you in the next lesson video, which of course we shall look at compass, which of course will be direction, bearings. So don't miss the next video because it will be super nice. Thank you and God bless. Bye-bye.